Hey, 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 all my crafty friends. It has been a few days, so let's get started again. We are working on day 6, but first we're going to take a little time out. And I've been seeing people decorate the inside of these albums all over the place. And so I was like, you know what? I think I want to try that. I've never really done it too much. I've always been afraid that it's not going to stick and all that kind of stuff. And so I just took this black and white paper from, I think it's like American Crafts, I'm not positive, and some of my Barely Arts glue, along with my tape runner, except for it did not want to work on the inside of that album. It did work elsewhere, but I do recommend probably the Barely Arts glue over the tape runner. I was just doing both because I didn't know what was best. I think I do believe that the Barely Arts glue is probably better though. So, but it just does take a little bit of time to dry, of course. I am going to use my, this is very thin paper, by the way. This is just like Hobby Lobby regular. This might be just a Hobby Lobby paper, honestly. It might not even be American Crafts, but it's just thin paper. I probably like a 30 stock or 30 pound weight or something like that. So, and as you can see here, I was like, yeah, that's not sticking very well. So let's go around the corners and definitely put that Barely Arts glue in there nice and tight. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what else I'm going to put here. I haven't quite found the best embellishments right yet. I did not buy any like color cast designs. Oh, I just seen it. It was like a Hobby Lobby regular piece of paper. But I didn't buy any acrylic pieces, guys. I still have like acrylic pieces from 2 years ago, which I told myself I need to use this time, and I haven't even picked them up. I will get to those. But so I did that, and then we're going to move on to our very, very simple story. I've done quite a few more elaborate stories, flip outs and stamping and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, you know what? It's time to do a couple simple stories. So day 6 is going to, this did not, again, it should be story 6. Story 6. We're gonna go back to stories. It kind of intermixes. Some days this happens on the day of, and some days it just does not. So you're probably gonna see me talking with my hands. I was talking to my husband while I was doing this. But we are going to use the amazing Stanley stamp set and put in on this tag. I did use a die set, just a nesting tag set. Anything will work. Mine is from L Studio, but any tag set will work. And I am going to type out playoff baseball because in the month of October, not only, is football ramping up around here, of course, but it is playoff baseball. And if you know anything about my boys, is they are both in travel baseball. So baseball runs our life. And when, the MLB is in playoff season, it's definitely even more. So that is what the little story was. This was just a real quick picture of my oldest that I captured of him eating his lunch and watching playoff baseball, because when they're not playing their games or they're not at baseball, they're watching baseball. So I figured let's put that in there. I actually seen a post in the October Halloween Facebook group or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. I think it's the Inspiration Group or something like that, about how do you put regular stories in your October daily along with Halloween stories. And yes, I do right here. I think, is this my first one? I think it's my first one. But last year I had a whole story about how like homework wasn't going well that day. Like my kid had gotten a bad grade and he was mad at me because I made him come with me to study in the car, and so that's that. Now this orange paper is from the Echo Park line that I used last year. It was just an orange piece of paper, and I'm using all my scraps. I really am. And for some reason this ink did not want to dry. It, like, I have no idea. It ends up like not drying right away. Like, honestly, it didn't dry for like 10 minutes. I have no idea why it sat on the surface for so long. I haven't had this happen with this ink before. It was different. So anyways, you're going to see that when I flip it over to put the back side of the tag. It just like doesn't, and then I'm going to notice that it's on my hands, and like I'm going to be like, what in the heck? But it is what it is. So yeah, because that paper was double-sided, that Echo Park paper. So I just took a random grid, cut that die. There's the die sitting right there. I don't think that you guys were too interested. Here you're going to see where that ink is still, I have die cut something out, and that ink is still not dry. I have no idea. Watch. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at how much ink is on my table still. And I'm like, oh, let me put a piece of paper down to slap up all the ink. I don't know. I really have no idea why. I mean, I know that I've ruined this ink pad by mixing some inks in there, but it's never done this before. So obviously that paper did not want to allow that ink to settle in or something. I don't know. And yeah, and as easy as that, I'm pretty much going to make a flip up of this little tag. I'm going to put a 6 as like what you hold on to flip it, to put my number, and that is it. And it's like capturing, there is my decor, the infamous, phone charging, a slipper in that, his lunch, and the fact that it was actually a warm day, because now we've had several freezing cold days. We've actually had to turn on the heat at this point. Like, Michigan doesn't know what it wants to do with its life. So, and I had some headspace above that, so I figured that's where the story was going to go. I don't have the story. I put it away in the album. So, again, any flip ups, I think I repeat this in every video. Excuse me. All my flip ups are done with copy paper. Nothing that's rigid or stiff or thick, that type of thing. Here I am. I'm like, it is still wet. So I was trying to heat set it. I'm telling you, I don't know what happened this day. So, but yeah, this came together real quick. As you can see, this video is about 10 minutes long. And I just score this right here. I do struggle a little bit to get this, make sure that it's straight. For some reason, I don't know. My flip ups always are not straight. I have no idea. I don't know why. And then I choose a 6 out of my stash. Again, old Allie Edward numbers, that I've just collected over the last 2 or 3 years. Every time I see a number, I just pick it up. That's what we do. Just pick it up. And yeah, I think it's as simple as that. Like I said, I was going to couple this with another video. I haven't gotten day 7 done. So as much as I was caught up, I'm right back behind. That's okay. I have ideas. I just kind of need to put pen to paper type thing, paper to paper. I don't know. What do you want to call that? And get caught up. I don't know why I let myself get behind. I do know I wasn't feeling very well earlier in this week. So, somebody asked me for this container, and where I got it. I cannot find it on my Amazon list. I'm looking for it. I have to go back. If I go back into some of my December daily videos, I believe I tagged it way back then. So just give me a few more and I will look that up and get that container for you guys. So somebody else asked me about that on another video. And honestly, after that, all I want to say is thank you guys. You guys have all been absolutely amazing. I have reached the first little step of making this channel an actual channel in YouTube's eyes. Oh, I do use red line tape to put this because I'm going to be using this as the tab. I do want to make sure that I have some good tape on there. So I do take the time to kind of cut this red line tape all apart, and that is going to take a minute because if anybody has ever worked with red line tape, you know that getting the backing off is the hardest part about it. It didn't take too long, but this part was a little tedious. But like I said, I wanted to make sure that it was going to stay, and not fall off later. So that's pretty much why. And these stickers, or not stickers, these numbers have kind of like a shinier back, not so like chipboard or, you know, stuff for it to stick to, even though sometimes chipboard is honestly worse than this stuff because chipboard kind of peels away. But anyways, back to what I was saying is I wanted to thank everybody, you guys, thank you all for watching my videos. I think it's crazy that I'm at a point where this channel could maybe once get monetized. I'm at the first little steps of it where you can like get like super chats and create members. So with all of that being said, I just wanted to say thank you again. I don't even know if I will look into the memberships. I don't even know if anybody would even be interested in all of that. I'm just a very small little, you know, scrapbooker. But I would love to have more of the connection with some people that are interested in that type of thing. I know not everybody is interested in all that. So maybe I'll think about it. I don't know. I have like 1,000 more watch hours still to go into like I'm an actual monetized channel. But you know, it's baby steps, right? Last step here is just to put my journaling on that tag. So using that Mako transfer paper again, best thing since sliced bread, right? And getting that on there again, literally nothing too much about journaling, just talking about playoff baseball. So thank you guys again. I know I've said thank you about 300 times in this video, but yeah, it's crazy to think that people sit there and watch me scrapbook. So all right, if you've gotten this far, I would love for you to put a baseball in the comments to let me know, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next one tomorrow. Talk to you soon.